Ladies and gents, welcome to another semi-final series here in the 8/2 Meta Place 1v1 Pro League. 200 pounds are on the line in the blue color. You've got EOD, Spartan, Seb. On the other side of the map, this is Darkangel. They're going to be playing as Decimus versus Pavium here. Already a mini-base deal by EOD. He's definitely the favorite for the entire tournament. Absolutely carrying Team UK here. Most of the top 8 Wars players are all from the US, except EOD. I guess there's Atriox with his Chinese flag, but he hasn't been playing much. Would love to see him in these tournaments. He's played a 2v2 Rising Star, but just once. Just once. Okay, Darkangel equalizes the mini base count, but he's still gonna be subject to some serious pressure. Could be jump brutes at home, and also attacking jump brutes. EOD isn't going all in on this, like there's no double rate cam coming up or anything like that. But he does have the Decimus advantage there, so expect Vortex on an extractor. Maybe it will also catch a brute nearby trying to defend. And he's holding his power points for now. Dark's just getting out. Chopper after chopper. Trying to destroy that mini in the back. It's gonna be a tall order, however, with 3 grunts already defending this thing. Maybe this bottom mini base is a little bit easier to attack, but EOD will definitely have an opportunity to jump in with the brutes. Dark is doing a good play by leaving some units behind. He's got a burnout on this situation as well. Should be able to destroy that mini, but EOD is also dealing with the Dark minis on the other side. Dark hasn't really gotten anything out of this. He's got some grunts in the garrison, so you can see what EOD is doing when he's swapping to a second generator and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. There's now 3 brutes up there on the cliff for EOD. If Dark can save that suicide grunt, that will be actually an important unit for this. He's got 2 of them. There's probably another coming, right? Nope, not at the moment. 4 brutes. Do they just vortex the extractor and destroy it? I think it's very possible. Dark is floating a lot of money right now. I don't like it. He could have definitely afforded some choppers here to defend himself. Look at the stun and suicide grunt combo. Ooh, that's pretty good. It will clear out the grunts, but the brutes still jump down. They have themselves a siphon. I'm not sure if they have Vortex, though. It's too late. Or is it? That siphon is doing some serious work. And they do get down the power extractor, but Dark's just gonna make a new one. It's all good. Brutes hammering away at the mini base. EOD might be able to hold on for a little longer there. Maybe get out another brute or something, but... Oh, that's a grunt. The brute is coming, though. I wouldn't say that he can destroy the generator though. That's probably it. Choppers here should be defending as well. And Darkangel is already in a decent position. It's just that EOD has a second generator coming up and he's capturing power nodes behind this. So yeah, the defense is fine. All this, not so much. Is he beaming the base? Waiting for the choppers to maybe crash in on the units, but that's not gonna happen. The Darkangel nearly lost the base, and I think EOD could technically punish it if he has some more units to do it with. Well, that's very close. Darkangel has to be a bit uncomfortable there. Oh my god, the float! Dark! Oh, our boy definitely should have some grunts to take the power nodes over with or something. I don't know. This is all too floaty for me. EOD is just pretty comfortable overall. He has the extra mini, which means he has 2 extra minis compared to Dark. But Dark has the expo, so it's fine. Until he doesn't have it. At which point it's not fine. By the way, the brutes now have found a siphon. They heal. That's a huge base pickup with just 1 brute there. And he's gearing up for another big launch. Darkangel on 2000 blue. Oh no. And EOD is starting to build, ladies and gents. That's what he's known for. 4th power node, potentially 5th power node soon. The choppers are just gonna have to turtle. I think that's enough brutes, EOD. You can go now. I think that's enough choppers. I don't think he agrees. He wants more. Shrapnel rounds is getting researched for the choppers. But is that a great idea against grunts? They have mines. I mean, it's more damage that he can deal. Brutes are jumping in. Grunts are coming also. Vortex will be focusing down that 1 extractor there. Also stun the harvester for a second. It will be enough to get the 1 kill. The other one will be just hurt. He doesn't need to destroy it, just slow Dark down a bit. And yeah, Dark is just gonna give that one up. EOD is just too strong. He's everywhere. Dark can't keep up, and the spending wasn't great, so he certainly had the resources to fight back, but I think this might be a mental block here. EOD is a tough guy. Ladies and gentlemen, EOD Spartan Seb. He is going generator first and double Jackrabbit. No, it's Rabbit and Marine. Okay. That's more reasonable. He's playing Jerome. On the other side, Darkangel is going for Voris. Now, I'm not entirely sure about this Jerome play here. It's going to be a fast hero, definitely, but Voris, he can shut down early mine play by just dropping his boys, his goo boys on the mines. Mines will detonate, and you've done no damage. So what is it that EOD wants to do here? He just lost his rabbit as well. That's a big early investment that you don't want to lose. That doesn't mean that Jerome is altogether bad. You still have time for heroes. You could play a rabbit style, but I don't think this is gonna be that. In fact, EOD doesn't seem to have any mini bases coming up because he's going Spartan. Which means that Dark should be able to just take all the minis and pump choppers like there's no tomorrow. That should be the plan. You don't even have to upgrade them or anything like that. drop in the mines. By the way, Voris cannot play for combat spoils in the Pro League. That is banned. It's generally too strong. But that doesn't mean that the overall Voris play is going to be worse, because you still have mines, you still have choppers, you can ram people into the mine and take them out like that, so that stuff is tough. Marine, I think, is gonna go down. Everybody's dead. Great. Still, as prophecy has foretold, Darkangel is getting all the power nodes, not the power nodes, the mini bases. Maybe the power nodes later. I'd love for him to play for the power nodes though. That would be great. Well, Jerome is out. Our goo boys are probably not going to be enough to handle him. So I need a whole bunch of choppers. Save the drop for destroying victory mines. Mantis research is happening now. Dog still doesn't have that last mini. He's checking it now. Shocking that EOD is just going entirely without minis. How is he gonna make this work? He's got himself a second gen. Alright. There's the drop. Dark just doesn't have stuff. He's on 41 pop, but it's all over here and in the queues. So right now he can't really do anything about this one. Try to save as many of the brutes as possible that come out of that base is going to be important, so just jumping out like that is what every one of those should do. I think that was getting caught there. I think I would have liked from Dark to see more choppers instead of this grunt mine stuff. EOD has a second base. Okay, he's definitely playing for the limousines. About that main, we got 2 generators. Nothing's happening, guys. This is it's so weird. Yozi's just so hyper defensive. He's already got 4 snipers because he wants to fill mastodons with them. He's gonna have like 2 mastodons full of snipers, and I'm not sure that Dark can do anything about it. I mean, he's gonna be tier 2, but if he doesn't spot this right away and goes into a Banshee transition, he won't be able to handle it. There come the mastodons. You just can't play infantry into this. Could be 6 snipers, maybe more. Some hunters are out. I mean, that will help a little bit against the mastodons, I suppose, but you ultimately still need to deal with the mastodons themselves and then the snipers too. So that's where really the banshees would come in. Oh no, we got draft haters in the chat. Oh no. Everyone quick register for bone spurs. I mean, maybe we'll do something different in the next seasons, because we do need to change things up every now and then to keep things interesting. Okay, there's gonna be jump back brutes and dark skies shortly. Okay, but don't you look down on Johnson. He's fun. Definitely got his place. Okay, Dark is just attacking this base. He wants it down. Does he have perhaps invigorating frenzy or something like that? Careful not to lose the hero. Oh man, those snipers are working overtime for sure. There's invigorating frenzy. All right, this is working actually pretty good. Need more goo. Maybe I was overrating the snipers and so was EOD. He's doing quite a bit of work there. Looks like the hero will get taken down, but it's okay, because huge opportunity for Dark to take down the base with the Dark Skies brutes. He's so rich. We're gonna go tier 3 here, I think. EOD, on the other hand, not so much. He's probably gonna be refilling Mastodons again. Still no Banshees from Dark, just brutes. He's happy with what he's got. I mean, if he can just keep using Invigorating Frenzy every 3 minutes to do an attack like that, then maybe EOD won't be going for any more Mastodons. But he's kept the base. It's just that he's down to 20 something pop, 30 pop, let's say, and 60 plus for Dark. Can EOD head to tier 3 here and maybe have some tanks out or something like that? That could be good. All the base is getting bought by the Dark, man. Glorious. The grunts are beating a marine too. And now they're gonna look at the main. What turrets do we have there? Just basic ones. So these two generators are really at great risk. Dark has picked himself a nice opportunity. It would be very difficult to attack this one with 2 anti-infantry turrets. However, the other one is a different story altogether. Is EOD just gonna make Nightingales from now? Just mass Nightingales? Can never kill him? It's possible. Alright, Dark's gonna take the turrets on. Attacking all of them at the same time. Snipers and Spartan coming over, but I think the turrets should go down without too much issue. Oh! There's a toilet. Everybody's stuck in it. That hurts. Maybe there's enough grunts here to deal with the Gales, actually. Brutes are getting healed. There's like no more turrets. They're about to go down, and I think EOD might just die here. I was trolling a little bit too hard. My game crashed. Great. I have no idea what just happened, but it crashed. I think we can safely say, though, that's a dark victory, though, right? I mean, he just had such an insane advantage. There's no way that EOD was going to save himself there. Maybe he was going to drop in Omega team. Let me just double check his resources. But even then, 4 bases for dark. Welcome to game number 3, ladies and gents. That was an unfortunate end to the other one with the Jerome crash, but if you crash with Jerome, you lose the game. Unless it's possible to already call it in favor of Jerome. So, we've got EOD now here with Isabel, a very unusual pick. Especially because he had Yap Yap available still, so that's just weird. On the other side, we got Darkangel playing as Serena, also an unusual pick. But it can work on the map. And he really likes this pick. So is he gonna do the rush build? Is he gonna do the Frost Raven build? We'll have to see. That's hilarious. Armory first? I'd love that. I don't think he's gonna do that. We're gonna switch the EOD flag to American because he didn't make that an OU spelling. But I guess he owes us nothing. What about Jerome would crash the game? Sometimes with the ejection of units from, especially the hero, from Mastodons or the Mantis. It's just unstable with that. Same with the bunkers for Johnson. So these two leaders are making for unstable games, unfortunately. Dark's getting an early grenade throw and the barracks, but he also has a back mini base, so it's a bit of a stronger economic build than what we've seen in, let's say, the Scoot versus Hero match, which was purely a 1 mini play. There'll be more Marines, basically, but this also gives plenty of time for Alice to come out, and if you can keep her alive, then it's all good. To be fair about the spelling, the game itself has American spelling, so there's that simplified English, as they say. Yeah, it's just a first power node, but being Serena, it's a good idea to capture this middle one. The Ice Bros are in. There'll need to be a few more of them. I like that Dark is thinking of the snipers, because that Spartan would be problematic otherwise. If you can now add in a ice cream truck on top of everything, that would be really ideal. EOD is already starting to mix up the Marines in there. Dark's taking it very slowly indeed. He won't be going to the main. Like, there's too many turrets here. It's just not gonna happen. Hey, the Marines are getting veterancy. You keep them still while shooting sentinels, it's pretty easy to do that, so generally recommend it. Dark with the second base. Ooh. This must be some kind of Frost Raven shenanigans, right? Frost Ravens on third point, maybe? Could it be? I'm getting slightly excited here. Oh, still working on that mini. You know, Cryo Troopers don't do a whole lot of damage unlike their Fire Bros. So you really need some support for them. Otherwise they just freeze the base, barely do any damage. It always just falls. It doesn't really damage anything because you don't get the shatters in. And so on. Come the Ravens. Why did EOD go Isabel? I mean, because he wants to. He has options. He could have gone Anders or Yapper. But nope. He wants big tanks. What Dark can do is deny an expansion down here. That Spartan is not messing with him though. With 2 snipers he can keep that under control more or less. And now he's gonna have some fly bros. How many of those can he stack up before things get serious? If he can get like 5 of them and upgrade them with their tier 2 upgrade, that shouldn't be too hard to do. Then the Spartan probably just gets absolutely frozen shattered like that. It's actually pretty powerful once you set up. So EOD is gonna have to pump out a whole lot of Wolverines in order to beat this. Combat Tech Marines as well wouldn't hurt. Did Atriox play? No, not today. He's not playing today. I wish he did. Combat techs coming in. For Dark, not EOD. EOD is making Wolverines. Well, let's see if that will be enough. He's also got the upgraded Alice. So she's a bit of a Giga Trixie against all this infantry. Might work out, but like I said, the Frost Ravens constantly freezing her. That's gonna make that difficult. Heavy cryo projector is now getting researched. So that should help the prophecy come true. There will be a Nightingale to support as well. Dark has a decent amount of map control. He's getting his 4th power node. Just a very peaceful match here. All Wolverines. You gotta be a little careful engaging with the Gales and Frost Ravens. I'm not sure they're gonna rush into this. Probably best not to. For Dark, that is. He's got his extra gen. But I think if he just waits out his 4th point, he's got his 5th point. Does he wait that out? It's a good idea, actually, because first off, there's no rush. Secondly, if he can get the big drop while everyone's frozen, it acts as a shatter, right? Then you have your next set of shatters with your Frost Raven abilities, or even the drop turret. So if you can combo that all up, that will be rather potent. But Dark will need a population upgrade for this. So I'd love to see an armory somewhere. I'm just not making one. And the Kodiak business is starting now for EOD. Now, the Frost Ravens really do not care about that. EOD is still firmly in 2-2, is getting a vehicle upgrade. I think it's time to strike for Dark. He will be losing a bunch of units in the fight. It's probably prudent to drop in that drop turret in the midst of this Kodiak bunch. They're very bunched up indeed, so a single drop turret might be able to chill them all. It's pretty good for reducing their damage. There's the 5th point drop ability for Dark, so I think it's time. But why didn't he upgrade Pop? Okay, he's doing it now. Do you just max out then? Or do you just go in with guns blazing? Dropping as soon as possible, really. He's going in guns blazing. Here come the icicles. Those Wolverines are fake news. The real ones are in the back. Darkangel on 68 population. He's certainly able to drop in his dudes. Hey, that's not the drop turret. Woo! That's exactly what I was saying. Freeze everyone and shatter them with the drop. It's so powerful. He just broke through the Kodiaks. There's barely any left. The Spartan should be able to take a tank, but the Frost Ravens will be handling that just fine. Don't forget to shatter that guy. He's almost dead. There we go. And that's just a hologram, right? Yep. It's a bit hard to tell when they're frozen. Anyway, tank is taken. And the entire vehicle army of EODs has been destroyed. It's just a matter of that last Kodiak now. But he's not rushing into that because there's an anti-air turret. It's probably sensible for Dark to just rebuild and go to the main here if he can take out another bunch of Kodiaks that come out of the base. No, he's not doing it. Oh, there's a Kodiak up here? That's funny. That's gonna be silenced and then the Ravens get to work. Probably need the ability there because the regular beams are just a little too slow. They like to prioritize units that aren't frozen. Ah, too early. Yeah, we'll need a few of those. Counterattack here by EOD. There's no turrets on Dark Space. That's unfortunate because even just watchtowers would have frozen some of these units up. But now he's just going to lose the base. It's very unfortunate indeed. EOD is quite popped out. Wolverines aren't that expensive, you see. Well, EOD can do whatever he wants as he's tier 3. He's getting more Wolverines. He's getting vehicles level 2. And Darkangel is ready to go tier 3 himself. He's getting his ice cream truck out. Wait, he's just making more Frost Ravens. What the heck? Spending a whole lot of resources here on pad upgrades. Oh, man. I don't know about this. But maybe he wants to do another big drop. And all those pad upgrades will help him make it a little cheaper. As he can just replenish. Ice cream truck upgrade is about to go in. And then he can freeze the whole base. It's really just Wolverines here for EOD, so he's gonna have a tough time against the ice cream truck. A little of ice here. I think the Frost Ravens need to be at least a little careful. The Wolverines do look like they'll be frozen here if they try to get any closer. Going to the back of the base here is pretty smart as well. The ice cream truck just keeping everybody at bay for a short time, but Ghost in the Machine comes through, and maybe EOD can clean up at least some of these units. He's using as many abilities as he can, so the Dark will have them when they return to his control. He did defeat the ice cream truck, and the Wolverines are right here. Is he gonna heavy metal himself or something? Oh, Mech Blast, very well timed. But there's an Ice Blast as well. Oh, wow. Wolverine's getting pretty low, but they're gonna be able to destroy the Ravens just fine. Dark's down to just 24 population after all that. He's still not tier 3. Is he queuing at least? Oh my god, he's still making Ravens. Dude, Dark, go tier 3, man. Let's see some tanks. It would be such a good switch. That was a really good defense by EOD there. He just wiped everything out. Insane. This out. There's no other tank to take. So for now, chilling out there is good. EOD's upgrading Jackrabbit so that he can spot better. Yeah, there we go, the spotter boy. Look at all that vision he's got. Oh, that's me. Right, that's all the vision he's got. From that one rabbit. Not bad. At least he could see the Frost Ravens coming from further away. That's not very useful. Well, let's see those shatters. There we go. Safe to say that Isabel is still having an okay time, but it's probably a better idea to swap into some form of air vultures, ideally, to just nuke these things. Oh, great drop and shatter there. And now Dark can just really fly over this, shatter the rest with the Frost Ravens, and move on. That was really powerful. Is EOD gonna be able to swap into a better composition to try to handle this? Because this is looking pretty bad. The Spartan will just get constantly frozen there too. There's really no way out of this. We stuck here. Glacial Storm will be ready, so expect Winter Wonderland business. Hey, don't get this. Dark! Get him! Her, whatever. Get her! Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. That Spartan will probably go 2-star soon enough. Well, let's see if EOD can survive. Pumping Wolverines and still Kodiaks? What? Just Wolverines. Okay. He is tier 3. But there are no vultures incoming whatsoever. Okay, the Spartan's back with full shields. Let's see. Takes a tank, probably. Frost Ravens are starting to fall here and there. Oh, Spartan's going to heal. Not participating just yet. The Wolverine spam is, however, slowly but surely reducing the Frost Raven numbers. Dark's a little bit on the struggle bus here, I have to say. All his base freezing action is pretty brutal. He's getting his own vultures now. He's had enough. And his base is starting to look a whole lot weaker now. He's gonna try to heal it, but it won't do that much good. Okay, Spartan's here to perhaps take the vulture. It's not a bad idea at all. It looks like EOD has saved base in part. Ghost in the Machine steals some of these units and might help to take out the ice cream truck, which is currently getting healed. Might be enough to survive all the way until Ghost in the Machine ends. Looks like so. Okay, the nuke will finish it. But there's a Winter Wonderland, so at least everyone's stuck here. Oh man, that tank is going nuts. Yeah, pick the weak ones. Real quick. Not the base. Oh, it gets shattered though. It's not terrible. Another bunch of nukes flying to the base. I'm not sure EOD survives the next one. Okay. Steals the vulture just in time. Darkangel should not be feeding one at a time there. You gotta be careful with that. EOD is at 79 pop. Holding stable, having more minis, having the power nodes. I think EOD is turning it around, guys. Dark is kind of falling apart. Economy is fine, but you actually need a force that can beat this. Which... I don't know. Nice destruction again. Nice nuke, nice shatter, but it's not enough. Dark is actually really on the struggle bus. This Spartan Vulture is just being a Giga Trixie. It's on heavy metal too. But the Frost Ravens. As the Frost Ravens are holding. Frost Raven and Cyclops, let's go. Dark could recover here. Huh? What are you doing up there? Okay. Okay, maybe this time we can kill the Spartan, yeah? There's plenty of ravens, there's no excuse. She instantly gets frozen, so literally can't do anything, right? All you gotta do is keep firing. I want all weapons to fire on that target. Dark. Yes. Yes, we got it. Finally. But now there's mass anti-air turrets. It's a lot different to try to get into that base now. And we still have a lot of vultures, you see. There's some coming out. Oh, hello there. He made a condor. That's gonna be really good to hit this base, but if he ends up engaging the Frost Ravens, not so good. Kinda gets perma-frozen very quickly. But I do like me a condor to snipe the bases. Tanks will be going down here. Maybe Dark can build up the number of vultures. But yeah, his own base is gonna be destroyed. Like, that was a nice little mech blast there from the condor. And the base can't run away from the laser horse either. Bet Dark didn't expect that. It's a great use of the condor. Like, taking out that base right now was actually quite smart. I like it. But you're not gonna hit air units. They just keep bobbing up and down a little bit, and yeah. They dodge all the lasers. And that's not a micro thing, that's just a it happens all the time thing. And then there's the nukes. Get nuked. Oh, plus a shot. Oh, heavy metal is a great defense on that. That was good. So at least EOD can buy some time here. He's getting healed. It's all good. And it looks like he's got a plan with a counterattack too. While Dark isn't there to defend. Good work. Another condor? You are kidding me. Oh my god, EOD, you're so funny. I love it. And Dark denied that base, but what now? Hey, if you don't have to fight the Frost Ravens, then it's all good, right? No problem. This is actually working pretty well. Not enough nukes to take this thing down. But can he actually get to the heal zone? I think not. Too many Frost Ravens at this point. Oh, steals at least a little bit of this stuff. And the main is now under heavy siege. Oh, this condor is working fast. Can Dark heal the base up fast enough? Maybe. He's got some Frost Ravens here. Maybe he can freeze that one too. He's gonna get mech blasted. Oh shit! That was a really good mech blast. Here's another one. Less impressive, but still cool. Other Frost Ravens still keeping the army tied down. This is great by EOD. Well done. 2 condors for 1 Dark. Great trade. Comes the nuke, but it's not enough. Darkangel's base is stripped clean, pretty much. Meanwhile, EOD has 3 bases. His second condor may have gone down, but I think he's just making another, isn't he? Oh, yes. EOD be like, I could do this all day. Another pad getting sniped. Sure, this condor is probably dead now. As Dark focuses everything he's got on it. Yeah, he can stop it, but safe to say this is too far gone. And EOD gets a second point on the scoreboard. Ladies and gents, welcome to game number 4. EOD is bringing Anders here to Rift. Definitely a good pick. And on the other side, we've got Darkangel, who's going to be playing as Colony in this one. So I like Anders quite a bit. You can just play a little bit defensive, have a Spartan out, bunch of turrets, you'll be fine. Do a double generator play or something like that. And eventually play into an expansion, get some Kodiaks out for defense. Maybe for pressure if it goes terribly well. If the other guy is somehow not prepared for it. And eventually just run around with your Retriever plus Nightingale group. Do damage to individual buildings. You snipe a base, do it. Banish has to be prepared for that with like 5+ Reavers. Never the easiest thing to get done, especially if Douglas jumps in and tries to steal them. Just a lot you have to take care of, and you know, having a handful vehicles around can't hurt. But I would say that Colony has a lot of great tools against it. So first off, you have your taunt with your Hunter Capitano. And he has immense range. If you can get a good teleport on that, that can be quite fantastic. You just kind of ground that Retriever Sentinel for a while. Excuse me. We're going walls. This man's got some walls. So no skits or walls and skits? What is this gonna be? But that means he doesn't have heal. So this is a very non-standard Colony. Dark likes to do this. It should be relatively doable to wall off these main passages, but I don't know. You can still squeeze through with your Marines early on. Certainly if you're focused on a Spartan build. You just need a handful of Marines with him. Take over the power nodes and you're golden. So does that mean that Dark isn't going to be using his Colony drop either? What is this going to be about? I've seen like this once or twice. He doesn't do it that often, but I still got to learn what the thought process is behind it. It's a pretty defensive start from Dark. Just getting his bases up and running. I guess you can wall off this and that over there. So if you can do that, you're pretty comfortable defending your front base and can just go into tier 2 on 2 bases. That's pretty good. I was gonna wall off this. Okay. It's not like the Spartan can't get out. Like I said, these single units, these infantry, can squeeze past, no problem. And the Spartan can jump over it. Huh. It's more useful later on when you can like disrupt formations. As predicted, the EOD just jumps over and takes power nodes now. Anyways, that should be tier 2 for Dark, right? Maybe we'll see a Capitano or something. Or maybe even a third base. That might be a little bit over eager though. Probably wouldn't suggest it. Why is EOD getting more rabbits? Must be for just vision. Using a Spartan to eventually clear out those grunts. They can't annoy him later. We'll see some elites. Dark's gonna have focused beams early on, and what is going on? I love it. But why? This is very different. Good Almirante. Maybe that word is on a list because you shouldn't say it. Trying 4 times to go around the thing. Oh my god. How desperate are you to use the word? Jesus. Anyway. To Capitano, time soon. And he'll have focused beam skits. He is using the drop, but there's no heal. I don't like it. He's got actual engineers though, so you know, it's not. Holy shit! It actually worked. Why is EOD over there with the Spartan? EOD, what are you doing? I guess they want to game 5. It's all arranged. I have actually no control over this. I'm just a bystander like you guys. It's just I've got a mic. That's it. Spartan's upgraded and back to full. Do you guys think the Spartan could bully this extractor down all the way? I mean, there's some engineers... Ah, no, Capitano is here. It's probably best to leave. Oh! The skit just saved it. Epic. And the skits just saved themselves. They were gonna go down. Not so now. Spartan actually in serious trouble there. EOD's desperately trying to expand there. I think Dark's just gonna run that down. Oh my god. What is this game? I'm sure Dark's entertained. Are you guys entertained by this? It's working. But why isn't EOD like on Warthogs? You could be doing so much damage just running around, getting those minis, hitting the main, whatever, forcing the Capitano away from you. But now it looks like EOD doesn't have an answer to all this. Skit Engies are owning him. Because they keep everything alive. They're actually difficult to snipe. He's actually gonna destroy the base. EOD, do you have an answer? No, I just missed the jump onto the Reaver. Oh god. As Dark has 2 Reavers already. Vehicle upgrade. Capitano. Alright, and EOD is still a long way away from having the Super Sentinel. We've got the third generator, right? But even that's not upgraded yet for EOD. The good news for EOD is he has all the power nodes somehow, which is wild considering all the things that Dark has done to him. And he's taken the minis. So if he can hold this long term, that's a pretty big deal. Another Reaver stolen, but there's two more where that came from. Kind of fun that the Reaver actually shoots the Spartan trying to take the... not the Reaver, the Skit shoots the Spartan trying to steal the vehicle. Okay, Dark is plenty prepared. He just needs to keep pumping those. Should be fine from there. He's got so many foundries. Guess that base isn't gonna happen. What Dark really needs to do is get these minis back. You can't just let the EOD have that. Oh yeah, they're dropping some Goliaths. That's good. Okay, now Dark really wants to attack though. He's had enough of this. EOD is gone tier 3. He's not dropping a Super Sentinel. What? What are you doing, EOD? Are you getting a Condor again? No. You can't be serious. Why would you get a Condor as Anders? You have a leader power to get it earlier in tier 2. Try this. Oh, you don't even need to be tier 2. Dark, probably stay here, man. Like, we're gonna have a big drop, right? Okay, EOD is definitely saving up for 2k. I think. There's a rabbit here to spot, by the way. Sneaky, sneaky bastard. And there's the Super Sentinel. Ah, it could have been a Condor, EOD, I mean. Disappointing us all there. Ooh, watch out with the Spartan. This forward teleport was very aggressive indeed. Good jump there by the Reavers. Staying safe here. Down to half health now is that Retriever. And Capitano might just deal with that Spartan over there. Or the Skits will. Certainly Nightingale production is not gonna happen. What? The Reaver died there, the Spartan is down here. How did that happen? Should have stayed up there. Okay, the Capitan is really gonna show that Spartan who's boss, and we've got the big colony drop, ladies and gents. Spartan's down, EOD's base will be down. There's no way you can defend it. He's got tanks now, but it's too late. Dark is also on that other base, or was. There's a colony drop ready anyway for him, so he can go and deal with it. There's enough Reavers alive as well to deal with the Super Sentinel, but I think for Dark it's just okay to leave until all this zapping stops. It's probably for the best if he does. Combat repair is in. The engineer bubble does save our boys. EOD doesn't get his shields back like this. In fact, he's got an increasingly weaker super unit there. His expos are getting sniped slowly but surely. And now the Marines are immortal in the garrison for whatever reason. And I think EOD is just giving up. We are getting a game 5. What the hell did we just witness? In the blue color, playing as Yap Yap, we've got EOD, the stream length maximizer. On the other side of the map, we've got Darkangel playing as Atriox. Well, if they're both gonna turtle, we'll be here for a full hour. This is one of those maps. You get those bases up and running, free base economy is more than enough to sustain yourself even if the other guy has all the minis. You will be fine. I will say that super late actually does favor Atriox in my view. Just because you have all the invulnerabilities in the world. And arguably a hero that's just a little bit more potent can be leveled up a little bit easier than the Yap Yap ones. It's the rise of dark, everyone. Maybe he will bully EOD a lot. Gonna get an early hero out. And probably some brutes. Hey, what did he just destroy? He's not going here, he's going double extractor. He's letting EOD have it. Is EOD just gonna get out some barracks units then? Up there? And rush the main? Because that would be a really potent response to this, especially if he... Oh no. He's got the war council up there. He just didn't want to make a Mexican generator. Aggressive raid camp from Dark. He might go into that main and mess up a generator or something. Hero, you like this mine? Me too. That hero is gonna walk into it and he's not gonna have his upgrade. So he's a bit of a baby. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. EOD also has his second extractor, of course. Of course he does. No aggression otherwise from EOD, not at all. But he's gonna tickle that extract a little bit. Hey, maybe he could drop another mine here just to have that. It's a bit too late for it, but timing wise it would have worked out. Like, oh, Dark can see it. Nah. See if that was a double mine underneath it, it would be even better, but he's seen the whole thing. It's good. Meanwhile, his extractor's getting tickled. Brutes are coming out, but there's better brutes. EOD is prepped. Did he just got fortifications. Nice. Those turrets are gonna fight a little harder. Man, the cannon fodder actually tickled the extractor to half health. That's pretty good. We don't want to feed the Chosen too much. He's gonna get veterancy anyway, sooner or later. Oh my. He just stole on the base. Can he actually keep that up? Only the Chosen, maybe. In We've seen crazier things. Suicide Grunts in. Might have something to say about those better brutes, yeah? Dark's dropping more Suicide Grunts. Unfortunately for him, the choppers are crashing into it. Into his party right there. There's more of these brutes come in, so yeah, this mini is probably toast. It's a good idea, but it's hard to make it work when Yap Yap can just spam cannon fodders and it has so many more bases than you. Just an economic advantage. Now I'd say EOD can just take power nodes, or I guess he can feed the Chosen and just tickle that extractor some more, but I wouldn't say that's the play. Power nodes, probably the better one. Dark tried to go tier 2 and he will. I think he's way too defensive with this Chosen. Why is he chilling at home? It's a brave new world out there. Go out and explore, man. Have an adventure. EOD event guilt trip. I wouldn't rule it out. We're not gonna see a beam or the shade turrets, then you'll have your answer. There's a power extractor to tickle to death. No problem. EOD, I think, is going tier 2. Right? Wait, did he just... No. Third generator, okay. He's staying in tier 1 as well. Chosen's here. You know, EOD probably did go guilt trip. That's crazy. I think he actually did. Don't see any shade turrets, don't see anything else. Now EOD is gonna have all the minis safe for 1. They have the same amount of bases. Yeah, that's right. Dark could have done so many things. He could have saved his mini with the Chosen. He could have taken power nodes. Just farmed EOD's units. But now the drop is in and there are only 3 turrets, not 4, and none of them are upgraded. So I would say that extractor is probably just gonna go down. With all the debuff and buff action, you debuff the enemies, you buff your grunt type units. It's just a massive swing in performance overall. There's the beam from our Atriox player. Dark has punished the dropped units a little bit. But that's expensive. And this base isn't upgraded yet. Okay, now we have a bunch of extra raid camps. Dark's guys is just finished. So Dark's guys are gonna be a whole lot stronger. There's more of them now. I love it. Looks like EOD's gonna try to save the base with some engineer business. But Dark is responding with the correct type of micro. Shoot the engineer, shoot the base, shoot the engineer, shoot the base. Might work, might not work. This needs a lot of help here. The engineers are targeting it, but the goblins are trying to mass heal. It's just not enough, as Dark's guys has made Dark's guys too good. Plus, the Chosen is just a Giga Chad. Gonna pick up so many of EOD's units if he chases here. Good idea to make a Shroud, I'll say. Definitely justifies the construction of at least 2 Reavers here. if you're gonna have all that air support. Because now the Chosen is just not a unit. Every shot is gonna get cancelled. Base is destroyed. Ay, ay, ay. Run Gobbo staying alive, guys. But still have Shroud support, so I don't really know what Dark is trying to do here. It's never gonna work. So I'm not saying anything. I'm just waiting for that. Yes, thank you. Get 2 Reavers. Everything changes. But until then, it really looks like that EOD just has control. He can do whatever he wants. He's enjoying the mini base lead. By the way, nobody needs power nodes. Like, screw those guys. They don't want it. Ay, ay, ay. Glassing Beam is ready by Dark. Maybe he's gonna use it here. It's a good opportunity between all those heroes. It would also take out the Shroud if used on that. No? Really? What is going on? Okay, 2 Reavers now, and Marauder's getting at it. That's pretty good. Hey, what's that? Oh, there's Brutes in the back. That's great. They've hit the Extractor. They're trying to hit the other one. EOD's dropped in a Grunt Dome to try and defend. While all this is going on, that explains things. He still doesn't have any veterancy somehow. That's insane. How? Okay, I think it's over for these Brutes. There's gonna be a shield now on the base. There are free turrets. You just don't break through that very easily. 4th base for Dark. He's playing solid, and the EOD is just kind of getting pushed back and back, increasingly so. These 2 7-slot bases. What? You'd think EOD would want to go tier 3 and get some Wraiths out, no? I guess he's happy with what he's got. Now EOD has a beam of his own. He's once again gonna try to do something about this base. Cho's super weak, so he's really not gonna turn around anytime soon to fight this off. Dark is finally heading to tier 3. Maybe he'll have some better luck with the Wraiths. But hey, I mean, he's keeping EOD on just 2 bases. Plus the minis. The minis do make for 1 more base, to be fair. So it's an equal game. pretty decent stunts there from Dark. The whole game, really, it's something he's done well so far. But alright, now that both are tier 3, we should be seeing Wraiths. That will be the game changer. The Chosen upgrades coming through as well. Blisterbacks? What? Ultra Hustle's coming in, so that's gonna make these gobbles a whole lot better too. Honestly, Dark's playing a pretty clean Atriox here. Spending his resources better than the other games. EOD not so much. He's got 3.5 grand in the back. 45 base upgrade level 3. Dark's done losing bases. That's it. Wait, there's still unupgraded pads on Dark's main. Yeah, there are. But he's got money. He doesn't need to rush that. As long as he upgrades stuff. Oh, but EOD has population upgrades already, and usually the drop. He's 93 pop to 57. That's a pretty big deal. Dark needs to do something about this. He himself could get the up. Oh, 1 star finally. After all this time. 16 minutes. The Zero has been out since the beginning of the game, basically. Small little counter-offensive here. The Blisterbacks are not just to defend EOD, but to clear out the space. There's no shield on this. Decent beam in the middle of all that, but it's only gonna clip the shield of those units, so not that great in the end. If these guys can walk up to the blaster backs, that could be a big deal. I think Dark will hold on. I mean, this is a level 3 base, right? Not in terms of the slot upgrades, but fortifications level 3 is done. Okay, now Dark's working on those minis. Got some brutes on the side. How many blisterbacks could EOD possibly need? The answer is yes. There's no healing here. Where's Darkangel's freaking engineer fleet? Where's the... Oh, there's Reavers anyway. But where's the Bulwark? His army is tiny. It's so small. So EOD does have himself a base after all. And some vision. In case he wants to ever drop in some boys. At least Dark's getting the minis back, but... that's a process. EOD just turtles up with blaster backs here. He's gonna have a good time for a long time. Suicide grunts, let's go. Maybe they'll waste some shots from the blisterbacks, yeah? They really didn't do anything. Oh god, they just keep going. One star chosen, ladies and gents. Alright, Dark definitely has the minis. Now he's got 3 points ready to spend. Hopefully he does. Okay, EOD. Are we ready to be victorious with flying mode blisterbacks? Oh. Superhero landing. Okay, EOD, you like your super units, yeah? Think we noticed. I think we noticed, EOD. There's not enough defenses for Dark, man. EOD, if he just pushes, he will actually just win. Okay, obviously wait for these boys. Alright, there's nothing wrong with that. Every moment he wastes, Darkangel has an opportunity to get more units out. So this has got to be now. Base is gonna go down. Dark's doing what he can to go after the blaster backs. Oh, that hurt. Those Wraiths are toast, man. That's it. I think EOD has just won. I think that might be it, guys. Dark's down to 30 population against 99. The Chosen does get saved. But then what? Dark doesn't have what it takes to pull this back, I think. Not with EOD having 3 bases again. Not with his full army versus a tiny group. I think he can just push all the way to the main. Many of the blisterbacks are still kicking. Oh man, Dark. Not enough stuff. Not sure what happened here, but definitely the mini base disadvantage for the longest time wasn't great. That gave EOD a lot of resources despite being down the main base. The minis do add up, you know. This is gonna get methane, and Dark's had enough. Oh no, the methane doesn't buff the blisters, guys. No. No. But it debuffs the enemies. It's just not dual layered. Anyways, EOD is gonna go to the finals. We'll see Darkangel first, however, in the bronze match. Looking forward to that. We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.